What's up? It's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Yo, Frank, what up? I seen your message before I even started the live. What's good? I hope you're still there. Drop a message if you're still there. So we chilling, man. We off our political stuff. We off our, you know what I'm saying, getting at people for being lame. It's all about sports cards right now and sports talk. So, yeah, as usual, Nikola Jokic is destroying the league. You know, Kevin Porter Jr. got hurt. I didn't like that. Because I'm rooting for the kid. You know what I'm saying? He's been through a lot. You make mistakes when you're young. You know what I'm saying? He was going through that little case or whatever, but he is balling out. He's on the Bucks. He's playing with Giannis. Let me check to make sure that I got the team right. But believe it or not, man, right now Kevin Porter Jr. is 40th in the world in the NBA. He's averaging 17 points per game. But you got to remember too, he gotta respect. Hold on 1 second, people. Boogaloo. He came out of nowhere. I didn't go over there. I love you. I'm live. Just so you know, it's all good though. The boy comes first always. Go ahead, puppy. Go sleep, puppy. Yeah, my son just came in the room. You know what I'm saying? My wife just went to put him back to sleep. For some of you who don't know, my son has special needs, so he'll wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. So, but look, man, we're gonna talk about sports. We're gonna be busting open packages. Where'd they go? I lost my cards. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Frank, if you end up back up in here, drop a comment so I know you're there. This is not one of those lives where I don't talk to the people in the room because I'm all into the commentary. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 packages. I thought it was 15. 14 will do. I got other cards to show you guys too. So, but yeah, man, you believe this guy Jokic? Whoever would have thought the Michael Jordan of 2026? He still got to win more rings. I'm just saying, like, stat wise, the Michael Jordan of the league right now is a tall. He used to be flabby and like overweight. He can't jump. He's a center. This guy brings the ball down the court. Ah, there you go. I was waiting for you. What's up, Frank Boogaloo? What's goody? How you doing? I hope your family's doing well too, bro. Just chilling, man. I was about to bust open some of the packages and I was like, let me do it online. You know what I'm saying? Every time I go on YouTube live, I'm all doing commentary or serious. I don't talk back to nobody. I got Wemby's. I got Wemby's. I don't mess around. I got Wemby's. You know what I'm saying? I probably could show you them real quick if I like dig through them real quick, but I'm gonna just deal with what we got on deck. But I got Wemby's. I know about him. A matter of fact, we doing sports talk, and I want to be able to vibe out with whoever comes in. That's what this was about. That's why you see the relaxed in the title. Anybody gonna come in here and be like, yo, man, you're not, like, go ahead with that. We chilling. This the man cave. You can see the man cave background. Look, I'm gonna show you right now the type of time we on. You know what I'm saying? We lounging. Yeah, Cooper Flag. And what's crazy is when you said Wemby, I said I got him. When you said Cooper Flag, You notice I didn't say I got him because I don't. I gotta get him though. He's doing good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Cooper Flag too. We're gonna talk about him right now. Matter of fact, since you brought him up. Oh, he stepped his game up. He's 38th. He's ranked 38th in the NBA. Look, I'm gonna show you something too. Like I really, like people don't know I really be into this because I don't like betting because I feel like it's designed for you to lose. That's when this comes in. I do love my sports. And you got to understand, I come from Bedford Stuyvesant in Brooklyn. My father used to have a store and we owned the building on top. It was a 6 apartment building with 2 storefronts. It was gold. They turned it into a 8 family. They knocked out the store. But my point is my pops would be in the store. People would come in with cards. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got to do this real quick. Good. Well, I was going to say, but yeah, my pops, he would be in the store. They would bring cards in and he would buy them and he would bring the bag to me upstairs. I could open the camera now. Oh. So, but he would bring the bag of cards upstairs and I would look through them. This is in like 1982. I was like 6 years old when he would bring the bags. I remember getting like the first price guides, the tough stuff, the first Beckett's. And I would look up the cards and I would find Wade Boggs rookies. That's 83 actually, but Cal Ripken, Ricky Henderson, Andre Dawson, Mike Schmidt, George Forster, George Brett, Ryan Sandberg, all of those guys, Eddie Murray, and that's how it all started. You know what I'm saying? Yo, thank you, bro. I just seen that word, man. I'm gonna highlight that one. Rest in peace to Johnny Lowe. My pops was a legend in the town, for real, for real. I know a lot of people who get up here in story box and be like, "Oh, my father was a legend," and in a town that don't play around. You know what I'm saying? He had a right hand man named Monty Balls. You know what I'm saying? And they were both legends. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Yes, Adon. Salute. Salute to Frankie Blanco. I meant what I said though too. I gotta call your phone, bro. You know, um, we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna hit you up on Facebook. I'm gonna call you. We're gonna do a little something together. You know, but let me get into this first package. The package. Let's see what's in here. I don't like missing champions. I'm on it like that, Frankie. So when Drake, when I started doing basketball collecting, I decided I'm gonna do baseball and football also because I've been collecting my whole life. So it's nothing to collect all 3 sports for me because some people think it's too much to do more than one sport, but I've been doing it for so long. I mess with all 3 sports, but I lock in on basketball. So football is probably secondary and then baseball is third, right? It used to be baseball was first, but it had to do like when I moved from Bed-Stuy to Queens, the park around the corner for me, it was like a real live basketball park, and that's when I started balling. I could ball out, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, when Drake Maye and Sam Darnold, you see, normally I would have been analyzing the season and I would have seen that Drake Maye threw 40 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? And Sam Darnold had 4,000 yards. And I would have seen people getting knocked out and I would have been waiting to pounce. I waited a little too long. And by the time I realized that Sam Darnold and Drake Maye had went up a little bit, but I still had to do what I had to do to make sure, when you collect, the people that have the rings are the ones that go up the most. That's just a fact. And it's usually the first option from that team that goes up. Like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, they're not gonna go up as much as Tim Duncan, or Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. They're not gonna go up as much as Steph Curry. Even Kevin Durant. Yo, it's crazy how Stephen Curry deferred to Kevin Durant in the two finals. You know, while Steph Curry got 4 rings, Kevin Durant saved his butt on 2 of those rings. You know, Steph Curry couldn't knock down shots. Kevin Durant came along and knocked down shots. And if he wouldn't have stepped up like that, you know, they might not have, they wouldn't have won maybe. He got finals MVP in both years that he was on Golden State. And he was about to go to the finals again, but he tore his Achilles in the playoffs. Yeah, soccer. Soccer's the most expensive thing in the world. You know how many soccer fans there are? Let's look that one up. Watch this. List the most fan list the sports with the most fans in order. Soccer, number 1, 3.5 to 4 billion fans globally. 4 billion fans, we'll call it 4 billion fans. Driven by massive popularity in Europe, Africa, Asia, and South Africa. It is followed by cricket, and I knew that because there's a documentary series on Netflix, and they talk about this guy from South Africa who was a cricketer. And when I was watching it, I wondered how famous cricket was, and I couldn't believe after soccer, cricket is the most famous sport in the world after soccer. That's insane, you know? I'm about to go collect some cricket cards, you know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't even a joke. Let me tell you something. It's funny that you said that about soccer because I bought Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo just on some, like, I wanted to have the Jordans of all sports a little bit. I got female Jordans. I got Nafisa Collier. I got Asia Wilson. I got what's the shorty that shoots from Caitlin Clark? I even got Juju Watkins already. That's a fact. Yo, Juju Watkins, watch. Yo, I'm telling you, the females, look, LeBron signed that deal with Juju Watkins. You know that, right? That shorty that's coming. She's nasty. She's nasty. Juju Watkins is a problem. Caitlin Clark is a problem too. But Asia Wilson's a problem too. The other one I named too, Nafisa Collier, is a problem too. But football cards are right. KD was the main factor on Golden State. He's yeah. Yo, look at how KD's playing. He's all skinny. KD's skinny still at 38 years old, and he's tearing it up. He tore his Achilles. He's skinny. You know what I'm saying? He's old, and he's a terror. Look, let me share this real quick too. Let me pull this up real quick. Shit, because you hit on a few things when you said Victor Wembanyama, Cooper Flag. What did you just say to the KD? Watch. Cooper Flag, KD, and Victor Wembanyama. You mentioned all 3 of those. Yo, cricket is that, yeah. And the crazy thing is I'm literally. Yo, the crazy thing is that there's probably a cricket card of a guy who's the best at cricket, and it's probably worth a ton of dough. I'm gonna see if we can find it right now. Let me bring this up real quick first. We're gonna be looking at the best players in the world right now, guys. Let's get it. Sports Talk with your boy Spank. And oh, yo, I never opened the package. Yo, let's at least get one package open. Let's get at least one package open, man. Come on, guys, you're killing me. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me switch this real quick. Let's see what we got. What do we have in the package? Ah, oh, he sent me freebies. Oh, he sent me free cards. You know, they send you free cards. Sometimes they send you free cards for protection, extra protection. Sometimes they'll send you some decent free cards. These aren't them. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Any card is worth taking care of. I remember when I was young, there wasn't no cable, there wasn't no technology like that. It was either hit the park, play running bases, tag, get on the monkey bars. Like it was really all about being outside. So, but you would have, oh, look, this is cool. Look at the free cards that they gave me. This is exactly what I was going to talk about. The back. Listen, man, when I was young, reading the back of the card was everything. It was how you memorized the guy's stats, his historical stats. This is Sean Bouchard. He played for the Rockies, right? This card is worth like 10 cents. Literally, maybe like a quarter, honestly. And it does have value. There's certain people that are maniacs about making sets, and there's some guy out there looking for this. You know what I'm saying? So, but did this guy ever do good? Yo, I need my glasses too. Hold on 1 second, people. Let me get my glasses. I hope these are the threes, because when I wear the 2.75s, they don't work as good. All right, guys. Now I'll be able to see. All right, yeah, I couldn't see shit before. This man never hit more than 20 home runs in his life. Oh no, that's a mistake. This is his rookie card. It's like his second year. He might not have ever played in the majors like that. He had 38 games with the Rockies 1 year, 74. But my point is that when you were young, they didn't even have cable. If you were my age, I was born in '76. So by like 82, they had put out like one cable network. We used to have something called WHT, and then I remember I used to hear about HBO and Showtime, but like I said, you didn't have a lot of things to do to keep you occupied in the house, reading a book. Right now, reading a book, people read on the computer, but reading a book, you got to be a real intellectual or a person who really just loves reading. Like some people really love reading. Like their imagination, they can go take off when they read a book. I respect that. But reading has took a hit. You got to admit it. Technology is the future, and there's nothing gonna stop it. Technology is like magic. When people realize what quantum is, forget about it. Let's see what came out the package. Let me look at what you wrote too. Look, I caught this for a good price too. They were selling these for 20. I caught it for $10. That's Sam Darnold. That's a what do you call it? A holo, a prism they call them. That's the one with the glow. But to be honest with you, I think they all came with that glow that year for Sam Darnold, the NFL. This is a 2018 Sam Darnold Panini Prism. It's got the jersey patch right there, and it's his rookie. This is from 2018. That's his rookie year. When I found out that he had made it to the Super Bowl, I went out and copped me some Sam Darnolds. And this ain't That card ain't like this card. These are two different things. But yeah, this is what came out the package, guys. I'll give you a good look. Sam Darnold, and that's the first of the 14 packages that I'm about to open. So, but let's bring the other thing back up. It's better this way. All right. So, guys, I hope you can see it. I'll read to you. Look at Nikola Jokic at the top. This is insane. Yo, Frank, 29 points per game, 12.3 rebounds per game, 10.7 assists per game, 1.4 steals per game. How do you steal the ball 1.4 times per game and you're a 7'1" flabby center? Jokic, I'm gonna tell you something. Jokic proves that if you learn the steps, if your mind is special, you could learn a certain amount of moves and be better than people think you could ever be. Because you got to pick your spots, you got to pick your situations. Shot selection is so important. This guy is just crazy. I have a ton of Jokic's. I know I seen him coming. Luckily, I started collecting early enough where I could get some decent Jokic's. Let's talk about this man, Luka Doncic. Yo, Luka is just crazy, bro. He's my favorite player because LeBron was my favorite player, but he's about to retire. Luka Doncic is my favorite player. I hate that Jason Tatum got a ring before him. I hate that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got a ring before him. Jokic came out before him. Even Tatum came out like a year before Luka. For people who don't know, Jason Tatum came out in 2017. Luka Doncic came out in 2018, same year as Trae Young. Same year as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is a loaded draft. When they talk about the Allen Iverson Kobe draft, and when they talk about the LeBron James Dwayne Wade draft, they're gonna talk about the Trae Young SGA Luka Doncic draft. You got to remember, Jaren Jackson's in there, DeAndre Ayton, the Bridges brothers, Mikal Bridges and Miles Bridges, and it just keeps going. There's more people that I'm like forgetting off the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? Let me check the comments real quick. Jokic, yeah, Jokic is a GOAT. Yes. And you're right to say he's a GOAT. There's, when people act like there's only one GOAT, it's, Mike, to me, you got to understand, this is me being realistic. And I don't do this to like betray my favorite player or whatever. LeBron James is my favorite player. But if you ask me who's the best player ever, I'm not going to say LeBron James. I'm going to say Michael Jordan. And I know I probably just crushed other people who LeBron is their favorite player. Listen, man, I said I'm a LeBron James fan, not a liar. You know what I said? I said I'm a LeBron James fan, not a fake. I'm a realist. I seen Jordan in action. Six finals MVPs, no losses, 6-0. Like, took off 2 years that he could have won 2 more rings. There's a chance the man could have had 8, and he could have been 8-0. Oh, my bad. Let me look a little more. Jokic and Doncic are considered old. I highlight this one. Yeah, man. Yo, the crazy thing is a lot of people don't know that Doncic got a ring. I'll tell you the exact name of the ring. In what country and league did Luka Doncic win the ring when he was 17? Here you go. Look for yourself. You ready? That's big facts right there. I'll read it in case it's a little small for you right now. It says Luka Doncic did not win a major professional league ring at age 17, but he was a key player for Real Madrid in Spain's top league and won and the Euro League during his teenage years, winning multiple titles shortly after he won his major international title. This is what I was talking about. That's why, I wasn't going to go around saying he won the Euro League, or he won this and that and not know exactly what it is. This is it right here. And it reads, Luka Doncic did not win a major professional league ring at the age of 17, but he was a key player for Real Madrid in Spain's top league and the Euro League during his teenage years, winning multiple titles shortly after. I didn't say it, they said it. Winning multiple titles shortly after. He won his major international title, the Eurobasket 2017, with the Slovenian national team at the age of 18, not 17. So Google corrected me. It was at 18. But when you wonder, right, when you wonder why he came into the league and he tore it down like that, that's why. Because he he had already won a ring amongst men. And let me tell you something. I guarantee you Luka was tearing it up for them. Right now, let me bring back the page up. I got it right here. Let's take a look at Luka Doncic's stats. Luka's right here. So 32.8 points a game for Luka Doncic, 8.6 assists, 7.8 rebounds, 1.5 steals per game. Oh, and that's another thing. I forgot to mention Jokic's shooting. Yo, Frank, he's shooting 59% from the field while averaging 29 points per game and knocking down 2 3-pointers per game. How do you shoot 59% from the field while averaging 29 points and shooting 5 3-pointers a game, and you're a 7'1" center? That's not even cut up. Jokic lost weight, but Jokic also is not like strong. Like, he's a little flabby. That don't mean he ain't strong, but he's just not cut up. So let me take a look real quick. It makes sense. They've been playing with adults since 15. Yep, there you go. They running the NBA. Yeah, they sure are. And let me tell you something. It's open for everybody. People talk shit about the All-Star game. They shouldn't have. They're trying to include everybody, bro. We got a Slovenian player, a Serbian player. Joel Embiid is on the rise again. It's the return of Joel Embiid. You better recognize. And it's crazy? Joel Embiid plays in like slow motion. But if you take a look at the list, look, he moved. He wasn't even in the top 50 for a second. And now he's coming out of nowhere, averaging 26 points a game, I believe. I told everybody about Michael Porter Jr. I did. I really told everybody about Michael Porter Jr. I said, well, man, listen, when he came in the league, Michael Porter Jr. is a great basketball player. He had to settle for the fourth option or the third option on the Nuggets, because he definitely wasn't going to go before Jamal Murray, and he definitely wasn't going to go before Nikola Jokic. So what happens is they put him as the third or fourth option. It's like a tie between him and Alex, what's his name again? Aaron Gordon. Big shout to Aaron Gordon for tying the dunk contest 1 year, I think, and extending it. But Zach LaVine won it both years. But Aaron Gordon was part of the most amazing dunk contest ever. For people who argue that the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine first dunk contest wasn't special, they're out of their minds. They brought the dunk contest back after it being dead for a while. Every now and then, it's crazy. The dunk contest is special. If they need to leave stuff alone sometimes. The dunk contest was something you'd have to wait like 4 years for somebody to come by and blow it up. And big shout out to Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon for that year. I'll never forget that. So, but Michael Porter Jr., I knew once he got out of Golden State, if he ended up on a team with no real superstars, that he was going to take the team over. And he took over Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. That's crazy. It was appropriate. God bless him, man. I'm glad. He went through a little trouble with his back. A lot of trouble with his back. So, but look, let's get to the next one. Let me open one of the next jump offs. Let me put the Sam Darnold away. Give you guys another quick look, real quick, and let's get to the next one. Oh, we're gonna keep talking sports talk, but my wife helps me with the cards. So if I put the card back in the wrong package, she's gonna kill me because she leaves the feedback. And if I put it in the wrong package, it gets confused. She don't know if the person sent it or not. It's not easy, collecting. People think it's easy just because it gets sent to your house. You got to go through shit. Sometimes the guy won't send the card. eBay don't want to answer their customer service. You got to see what you got to go through to get an eBay representative on the phone nowadays. It's insane. Oh, the pink Sam Darnold. Let me change the view so you guys can see this better. This is the same Sam Darnold card that I just showed you, but in pink. It's harder to get. This is expensive, and I got lucky. I caught this for like $10. This is like a $40 card, like a 30. I would say $40, $50 card. I paid $10. It's crazy that I just showed you the regular one, and then the pink one came out the next pack. And let me tell you something. Sam Darnold and Drake Maye had already made it to the Super Bowl. So I was in a rush to get any good cards quick. I wouldn't have picked pink, but it was the one for the best price. So it is what it is. Pink, I don't give a shit what color it is if it's really worth money. So let me put this back. Like I said, my wife will kill me if I get them confused. Michael, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He said Michael Porter Jr.'s brother made him hot. I'm gonna highlight that one. You know about sports, brother. A lot of people didn't know about the lumbar back surgery with Michael Porter Jr. I don't know if I told you before, Frank, but did you know Michael Porter Jr. was jumping off the wrong leg because of the back surgery? The Michael Porter Jr. had to go through a lot, and then his brother put him through that stuff with the scandal. I don't want to blow Mike Porter up like that, but that's not him. It's his brother, and his brother was getting into trouble, social media, and then he got caught up in like a gambling scandal, if I'm correct. And I think that's what my man Frank is referring to right here. And listen, let me tell you something. I don't make excuses for people, but Michael Porter Jr., when that happened with his brother, he was like 23 years old, and his brother was like 20, 19. They're young. You can't expect a 20-year-old man to carry himself like a 40. I carry myself way different than I carried myself when I was young. When you're a kid, you got all this energy. You think you know it all. And when I say a kid, to me, a 19-year-old is not a man yet. You know what I'm saying? It takes a second to become a real man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, remember when LaMelo Ball, remember when D'Angelo got caught shoplifting in Europe? But like I said, people make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's not, as long as you don't hurt people, man. And you could cripple the person by taking too much from them. So it's not like stealing is okay, but petty theft, like jaywalking. All right, see, this is what I was telling you. Out of these things that I'm opening, the only thing you're gonna see are Drake Maye, Kawhi Leonard, Sam Darnold, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm gonna show you some other cards that I didn't pull out right now at the end. But yeah, man. And let me tell you something. Even though Drake Maye lost the Super Bowl, Drake Maye performed better in the Super Bowl than Sam Darnold, even though it was for a loss. But the kid had 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Too little, too late. But then I wondered why did it end 13 if he had 2 touchdowns, and I said, oh, they went for the 2 point conversion, you know. But yeah, Drake Maye. It's hard to get the good shot so you can see the name and everything, you know. But you already know what it is. I jumped right online. I looked. I said, "Oh shit, the Super Bowl's already here." It was like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. I said, "I think the kid Drake Maye got a better shot at winning." So I started buying a bunch of Drake Maye rookies. So then I said, "But what if Sam Darnold wins?" And I said, "Shit, they both made it to the Super Bowl. Most likely, historically, they're both gonna be worth money." I started buying Sam Darnold rookies too. Now I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it would have been different if the winner of the Super Bowl would have shot through the roof and the other guy would have plummeted. And that's not what's going to happen. They're both, that's an accolade. Even making it to the Super Bowl is an accolade. You know why? You win your conference championship. So technically, you won a championship. You just didn't win the Super Bowl, but you won the AFC or the NFC championship. So they both have championships. People forget, it's not easy to get to the finals. It ain't easy to get to the Super Bowl. What happened last year was historical. Sam Darnold had 7, 8 years in the league where he looked like they were gonna fire him. And out of nowhere, he throws 40 touchdowns the year before the Super Bowl year, and then throws for 4,000 yards the next year and makes it to the Super Bowl and wins it. You know, God bless him. God bless Drake Maye too. He's young, Drake Maye, very young. It's only his second year. Drake Maye is a 2024 rookie for anybody who didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at the comments. Yo, let me tell you something. Yo, Frank, Michael Porter Jr. is more than a spot up shooter. He's a everything. He can dribble. He can dunk. Everything. Cut, alley-oop. He could fly. I thought when he got the back surgery, it was gonna take away his jumps. He could still jump. He's in really good shape. I've seen him in a game before he went to the NBA, and I've seen him pull up in people's faces looking like Kevin Durant. And that's a fact. And it's not a fluke that he's averaging 26 points a game right now in Brooklyn. Let me get to the next card. Let me make sure this goes in the right envelope. I don't want my wife to abuse me. I'm a punk. Ugh. I'm a sucker for love. Big shout out to me and my wife. It's going to be our 25th anniversary and my 50th birthday in the same year. So this is a special year for us. You know what I'm saying? Frank, if you're in New York, we're going to be in the park by my neighborhood on somewhere around July 15th. You're welcome to stop by if you're anywhere close. I forgot. I don't remember if you were in NYC or not. All right, let's see what's in here. All right, another Drake Maye. I bought some nice Drake Mays, but I also bought some rookies that weren't like super expensive, because if he's ever gonna be that guy, even the low price ones shoot through the roof. The Steph Curry Topps card. Listen, I had a Steph Curry Topps card rookie when he came out in 2009, right? So I bought it for like $1. It's $1,000 now. $1 to $1,000. And I'm an idiot because I sold it when they were like, yo, the Stephen Curry rookies are on fire. In my head, I bought it for $1. I sold it. They're like, they're selling for 50 now. So I'm like, I 50 times my dollar. I'm like, let me get the $50. Man, boy, should I have held on. I lost $950 by selling that. There's the Drake Maye that I just pulled out of this envelope. I kept it simple too. I didn't want to buy $100 rookies, $50 rookies. I kept it simple. I bought like $10 rookies, $15, and I made sure that they I got good deals. So that's the other card. So far, it was a Drake Maye, another Drake Maye, and then the two Sam Darnold jerseys. I'm gonna show you guys some shit. Well, matter of fact, watch this. Frank, watch this. I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna kill the momentum. I'll find it later. But yeah, I was gonna show you this Donovan Mitchell I bought. The Donovan Mitchell series. And he's gonna go up. He's a superstar. He has a shot at winning the ring this year. He's playing that good. I thought Donovan Mitchell might get a ring before anybody out of that draft, but Jason Tatum ended up. You know what's crazy too, Frank? I told you the Luka Doncic, Trey Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander draft was gonna be legendary. Well, the draft the year right before, both of those, the 2017 draft class and the 2018 draft class in the NBA, it's bananas. I don't want to curse. I was gonna say effing bananas, but it's bananas. Think about it. In the 2017 year, you got De'Aaron Fox, Jason Tatum, um, um, Lonzo Ball, Donovan Mitchell, Laurie Markkanen, Dylan the Villain Brooks, who has become a good player after LeBron made him his son. It's funny how he still be trying. You could never get back at LeBron. Oh man, LeBron gave him the business. He's old. I like to poke bears. That's the perfect example of some dude talking mad crazy. And then the bully got beat up bad, you know. But I'm not a hater. He's a human being. I try not to judge people. And if you look at Dylan the Villain Brooks, 3-point shooting percentage, it's through the roof. He's a marksman. I'll give it to Dylan Brooks. He's a marksman. But in that draft that I was talking about, I still ain't done. Bam Adebayo came out of that draft also. And there's other people that I'm not thinking of. Dennis Smith Jr., man, it's sad that he didn't make it. Jonathan Isaac, it's sad that he didn't make it. I really thought Jonathan Isaac still had a chance. He still plays today, I think. But it's in his 8th year. He's been hurt so many times. You know, what I was gonna say, but after that is the SGA, Luka Doncic, Trey Young, Mikal Bridges, and like I said, if you think about all the ones I named before from the Luka draft and the ones from the Tatum draft, those back-to-back years are insane. You know what happened? The Zion Williamson draft was kind of a bust. Right now, the best player out of the Zion Williamson draft is John Morant still if he gets his act together, but it might be Darius Garland or Tyler Herro. That's a fact, you know. Let me get back to busting the cards down. I put it back in. Yes, I did. Let's get to the next one. Let's see what's in here. This looks like multiple cards. Let's see, guys. You ready? What is this? And a screw down. Oh, he put in a screw down route. That's a Drake Maye rookie card. Another one. It looks just like the one I showed before. You know, it came apart. All right, so we're gonna speed this up. Let's see what comes out of this package. Stephon Diggs rookie card. I forgot that I bought some Stephon Diggs. He's a hell of a wide receiver. You know, I didn't even know that he was married to Cardi B. My wife told me. But Stephon Diggs, amazing wide receiver, Hall of Famer in my opinion. 11 years, 11,000 yards. He averages 1,000 yards a year as a wide receiver for 11 straight years. That's insane. That's insane. He's still going. And people, let me tell you something. People talk crap about Stephon Diggs in this recent Super Bowl. That's bull. He was throwing 3 passes. He didn't drop one of them. And then Drake Maye even said he regretted, and this is fact. You could quote me on this one. Drake Maye even said that he regretted not targeting his top receiver more in that Super Bowl. And I agree with him. Big shout out to Stephon Diggs, Hall of Famer, in my opinion. And he still got more to do. You know, 11 years, he's not a spring chicken, but I'm telling you, you never know. Some people could play until they're 40. Some people can only make it to 32. You know? Okay. Let's see what we get out of this one. All right. This is a Drake Maye. Another Drake Maye. You know, the kid got potential to throw that many touchdowns, to be that good. He was second runner up for MVP behind Matthew Stafford. This kid in his second year or his third year, I think it's his second year though. In his second year, almost won MVP. It was the closest Super Bowl race almost ever in NFL history. Drake Maye lost to Matthew Stafford only by like 1 vote or something like that. So, and remember, I tried to definitely, if I don't got the what I'm thinking right or I don't remember, I won't say it. You know, and still, you know, you can always double check. I don't mind, but I try not to. I'm here so you don't gotta double check. I'm here to bring you stuff that's a fact. You shouldn't have to go double check what I say. So I just opened this package. This is a mosaic Drake Maye. This is his real rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like this is because when it comes to trading cards, when it comes to the base set, they always put like 2, 3, 4 rookie cards. This is 303. This is the real base rookie card in the mosaic set from 2024. There's Drake Maye's real rookie from the mosaic. You know, do I wish it was silver or if it was limited? Yeah, but still, this is good if he's really going to be what I think he's going to be. Let me throw this back in the package. All right. I bought some Kawhi Leonards too. I'm wondering if one of them is going to pop up. You know, and when I bought the Kawhi Leonards, I made sure only to buy serial number Kawhis because I didn't want to buy no regular Kawhis. And his autographs, I got Kawhi autographs, but when I bought them, they weren't as high priced as they are now. I'm not really with it to drop $130, $150 on his autograph. You know, if he makes it to the finals this year, that's different. But until then, I'm not dropping no 150 on the Kawhi autograph. I told you I had bought Kawhis. I knew one was gonna pop up eventually, and I didn't buy nothing but serial. No, I just said that I only bought serial number Kawhis. Well, this will prove that I don't be bullshitting. You know, big shout out to the Puffinstein channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share. You know, we a positive channel for sure. And it's about a lot of good things. A lot of good things. There's no wickedness regarding this channel. It's straight all about positivity, helping people, sports, technology, gaming. And I'm sorry, it's got to be about politics somewhat, because we got to talk about how things are going and people who have certain power, if they're doing the right thing or not. But we're not going to get into that right now. I'm going to flex this Kawhi Leonard right now. Oh, this was the double one. They're both serial numbered. Look, guys, I told you I wasn't playing. You see the serial number right there? And then on this one, the serial number is right there. So there goes the serial number for one. This is limited to 49. There's only 49 of these bad boys in the world. I'll show you the front. Like I said, I'm not a fan of pink, but if a guy is selling a limited to 49 Kawhi for the right price, I don't care if it's orange, green, yellow, blue, red, whatever. This is a yellow will to win, and this was limited to 99. He gave me a heck of a deal. you know Base cards of Kawhi cost like $1 or $2. I got both of these for like $4. If he wins another ring, it's over, and he's playing like he can win another ring this year. Let me get this back into the package. All right, guys, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more packages left. All right. Dun, 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 dun. I got some commentaries coming too. I've been slacking. I made 3 music videos, bro. I found out how to engineer the songs better from my house. Go check out Spanish Democrat. Go check out Messing Around. And go check out Lisa Lopez Part 2. Please do me that favor. And to be honest with you, if you like good music, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Honestly. Your boy's nice. Shout to all the MCs out there right now that are nice, but it's not exactly easy to get your foot in the door. All right, let's see what pops out of this. Hopefully another limited Kawhi or the Shai. All right, cool. I'll take it. This is nice too, because it's the real Drake Maye Phoenix. I just showed you guys the mosaic, the real one, the base. Well, this is the real true base Phoenix card. If you look at the back, the number is 179. And it's the official rookie card. It's not the second one in the set, the third one in the set. It's the real one. So let me put that back in. I don't want to spend too much time on the same one. Get to the next one. This. Thank God for this. Thank God my father showed me how to do collectibles when I was young, because I was going hard with the music. You know what I'm saying? And I was spending a lot of my time playing basketball, and the basketball was a no-go because I'm 5'9". I could ball out, but that don't matter too much when you're 5'9" and you're trying to make money off of it. And I was nice with the music too, but it became, even if you're nice, that don't mean you're gonna make it. You get what I'm saying? So luckily, when I was getting money or whatever, I made sure to do the right thing and branch off into doing collectibles, buying and selling on eBay. It worked out. All right, so here we go. This is your boy Sam Darnold. I bet the Jets wish they had him now. That's gangsta. I just seen the comment right there. Word. Listen to my man Frank. He knows what he's talking about. Got mad love for you, Frank. You know, my brother got good taste when it comes to, being to see if a person got, a good vibe about them or if a person's a snake. So when he told me about you, he was like, yo, my man Frank, he's a good dude, blah blah blah. And ever since then I seen he wasn't lying, you know what I mean? So but yeah, listen to Frank. He's a very smart man. If you forgot to hit that like button, that's right. So, but yeah, this is the other Sam Darnold that came out the pack. You see the big memorabilia patch right there. It's authentic. If you look on the back, on the bottom, in real small lettering right there, it says that it's authentic memorabilia or whatever. Let me see. I'll tell you exactly what it says. Let me get my glasses. It says the enclosed player worn material is guaranteed by Panini of America, which means he wore it and it's right there, his jersey. Ugh. Right, let me get it back into the right package. Like I said, I want my lady to kill me tomorrow. This I could just rip open, I think. Yeah. What do you hold? Oh, that's what's up. All right, guys. This was one of my more proud purchases when the Super Bowl took place because I was looking for good deals on Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? And I found a limited to 40 Sam Darnold. And I only paid like $5 for it, and I seen somebody else selling it for $120. I hate that the camera don't pick up the 40. You know, but you could take my word for it. You could see it right there. There you go. There you go. You can see it right there, little. But anyway, yeah, this Sam Darnold's limited to 40. I bought it for $5, and then I seen it listed for $120 after that. Does that mean it's $120? No, probably not. But it's probably worth like $20, $30, and I paid $4 for it. So that's what's up. you know. All right, we almost done. Yeah, they started doing a new shipping method on eBay called ESUS. But there's some people from back in the days that still ship the card with the stamps, right? Look at how the card came. How can I block this out? All right, I can block it out like this. Yeah. Look at how the envelope came. Yo, that's crazy, right? And that's because some people don't like to get with the times. He should be using the ESUS method, but he just wants to do it the old way and put a stamp on the card. So, but let's get this out of here. This is the second time. Like the other day, an envelope arrived. There's no card inside it, right? So I call up. I tell them, "Yo, I've been with you guys for a long time. What's up with that?" They're like, "All right, don't worry, we'll take care of you." And just recently, again, an envelope arrived with no card in it. So I'm like, "Yo, is the mailman playing games?" I don't want to speculate. But I be telling people I'm on some real non-violent stuff right now. But I can't stand to find out somebody stealing from me. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to get mad and press the mailman, but you need to keep your hands to yourself when it comes to mail. First of all, that's federal. Second of all, these cards are like, because when you get cards in these envelopes, those are the cards that can only be like worth $20 or less. Anything above $20 usually gets shipped first class, and they don't really tamper with those. But yo, homie, don't lose your job over $5, $10, $15. Like, what's wrong with you? Like I mean, come on. That's I don't want to have to call the office and be like, yo, something's not right. My mail's coming like it looks like it's been tampered with. I've received two empty envelopes when they were supposed to be a collectible trading card inside that could have been worth, it's not really their business, but most likely the card that was not in the envelope was like 5, 10, $15, you know. So but let's get to it. What is in here? Oh, all right. When I first found out Sam Darnold was in the Super Bowl, I really like chromium cards with parallels and serial number cards, jersey cards, autographs. But if the guy is going through the roof, I'll take the regular rookie. And that's what happened here. You hadn't seen nothing like this yet. You were seeing all metal cards. But this is the score rookie. And then this is the other score rookie. I think it has like Halloween on it or whatever. I think you hold it that way. Yeah, there you go. That's one score rookie. There's another one on the back. That's the other score rookie. There's another one in the back, but I'm not going to go through all that trouble just to show you a double of a card. All right, how many we got left? That's it, just two more. After I show you the two, I'm going to show you some of the other ones that I got in the mail recently, and we're going to call it a wrap. Okay, another Drake Maye rookie. I think I opened 3 on this live. I think I ended up getting 3 of these. And then I think that's it. One more. All right, one more, people. Man, they really, I appreciate it though, so it don't get messed up. This guy sent me the wrong cards. Right now, you're witnessing a mistake. Out of this was supposed to come either a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a Kawhi Leonard, a Sam Darnold, or Drake Maye. I don't know why, but I got a Keontae George rookie card, which is cool. Keontae George is that dude. He's somebody that I don't got. I think he's from the Cooper Flag rookie year. But, I got to find out if the money difference is too much, and then I'm going to have to send it back. He's going to have to send me my right card or refund me or whatever. But still, this is dope. I like this kid. For all of you who don't know, Keontae George is headed our way in the NBA. You see the rookie stamp right here. If you look right there, there's a rookie stamp, And then on the other side is Apollo Banchero. Apollo Banchero is another one that's going to be a superstar. So that was the last envelope. This was actually a mistake. Man, I wanted to show Frank that Donovan Mitchell. Give me 1 second, people. I found it. Right, guys. I wanted to show you guys 1 or 2 more things before I ended the live. Also, real quick, I'm going to give you guys the quick rundown of the top players in the world right now. Let me change the view so you guys can see the list. Before I show the cards, I'm going to run down the top players in the world right now. Next time I come on and do sports, I'll break down the standings. But for now, I'm just going to break down the players. All right, I'm going to give you the top 50 players in the world right now, all right? And we're going to do it in order from 1 to 50. Nikola Jokic, number 1. Luka Doncic, ranked number 2. SGA, ranked number 3. Giannis, ranked number 4. Jalen Johnson, ranked number 5 in the world. Number 6, Tyrese Maxey, ranked 6 in the world. Ranked 7th in the world, Cade Cunningham. Ranked 8th in the world, Donovan Mitchell. Ranked 8th in the world, Victor Wembanyama. Ranked 10th in the world, Kawhi Leonard. Ranked 11th in the world, Jaylen Brown. Ranked 12th in the world, Jamal Murray. That's crazy. Jaylen Brown and Jamal Murray are very high as far as where they're placed in rankings for the NBA. You know, that's one of the first times I've seen Jamal Murray at the 12th, ranked 12th in the world. And that's the first time I've seen Jaylen Brown ranked 11th in the world. You know, so Anthony Edwards is 13th, Joel Embiid is 14th, Denny Avdija is 15th. Look out for Denny Avdija. James Harden is 16th. Austin Reeves is 17th with his, which is crazy when you got LeBron and Luka Doncic on your team. Stephen Curry's 18th. Jalen Brunson's 19th. Kevin Durant's 20th. Alperen Şengün is 21. Lauri Markkanen is number 22. Josh Giddey's number 23. LeBron James is number 24. He's stepping it up. You know, Scotty Barnes, number 25. Big shout to Scotty Barnes. Michael Porter Jr., number 26. Big shout out to Michael Porter. He made me so happy when he blew up on Brooklyn. I had so many autographs of him that I thought, you know, when you're the third or fourth option, even though it's a championship team, you start to wonder if he got what it takes. But I knew. And when he landed on Brooklyn, I said, oh, he's going to be the number one option. And it is what it is. You already know, man. Big shout out to Michael Porter Jr. And I'm glad he didn't fall down with whatever was going on with his bro. You know, and I hope his bro is doing better. You know. 27th is Anthony Davis, but he only played 20 games. Julius Randle is killing it. 28th, ranked 28th in the NBA, 56 games played. Devin Booker, ranked 29th in the world. I'm not a fan of Devin Booker, but you can't deny how good he is. Oh, and look, Keontae George. That's why I'm not too upset about the mistake. Keontae George is 30th in the world, and that's his rookie card. So that might not be a bad thing. Pascal Siakam is the 31st ranked player in the NBA. Karl Anthony Towns, ranked 32. Hold on 1 second, people. I'll be right back with you. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. I had to stop the live real quick because my son came in the room. I gotta make sure my son's good. But now it's back to the live. All right, so but this was the one that I wanted to show Frank before he left. You know, this was the Donovan Mitchell that I was talking about. This is a bad one right there. You see this? You already know. Gem Mint. You see it right there. I wish I could get the thing better. Let me see something. There it goes. Yeah, now you can see it. Gem Mint. It's a little hard to see Gem Mint, you know. And this is the purple rookie Kings of Donovan Mitchell. This is a bad card. It's a really good card. If he does what I think he's gonna do, and I got the kid to give me a good price. I only paid $30 for this, you know. And they're selling it. I seen somebody selling it for like $80. You know, I couldn't believe because I offered. I said the kid wanted 50. I sent him a $25 offer. He told me 35. I said, look, I'm going 30 and no more. And he bit, you know, thank God. Here's some of the other quick cards that I purchased real quick. you know. And a matter of fact, let me finish that rundown because I wasn't done. We had gotten up to yo, Zion Williamson's playing though. Thank God. We stopped at Carl Anthony Towns. After Carl Anthony Towns, Paolo Banchero's making his move again. He's ranked 33 in the NBA. Trey Murphy the third. Big shout out to Trey Murphy the third. Y'all guys might wanna, you know, if you don't wanna, see him in the finals killing it. Because right now Trey Murphy the third is averaging 22 points a game. And he puts in stats in the other categories. He's averaging 6 rebounds and 4 assists with 1.5 steals. And he's shooting 47% while knocking down 3 3-pointers per game, which means he shoots about 8 a game. Definitely keep your eye out for Trey Murphy the third. If you want to know what year he came out in the LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards rookie year. That's 2020-21. All right, so after Trey Murphy, Evan Mobley's 35th, Jimmy Butler's 36th, Zion Williamson's 37th, and actually playing. Cooper Flag, God bless him because he's a rookie, and he's ranked 38th in the world. That's what's up. Eamon Thompson, I like to see him there. The Eamon Thompson and Orsa Thompson, the jump shots is what's wrong with them. Everything else is there. If they could get good jump shots, the twins, they'll be rocking in the NBA. Kevin Porter Jr., my man, he's at the 40th spot. He's ranked 40th in the NBA, and he's shooting 87% from the free throw line, and he's shooting 45% from the field. Keep going, kid. You got him. Brandon Ingram, he's always there. People talk about. I've heard a person say he's a superstar that nobody wants. That's really ignorant. Everybody wants a superstar. Nobody's going to not want a guy who knocks down 22 points per game on 47% shooting while knocking down 2 3-pointers per game. He's amazing. You got to remember, he's the 41st ranked player in the NBA, which pretty much translates to the 41st best player on the planet. Now, you know how many people are trying to be pros at basketball? For you to say that about him when he's the 41st best player on the planet, that's insulting. That's blasphemy. All right, so Walker Kessler, big shot. Oh, he was hurt. Scratch Walker Kessler. I don't know why he's there when he only played 5 games and missed 50 games from injury. That don't make no sense. Shout to Jalen Duran. He's starting to shine. He's 43rd. Franz Wagner's 44th. I got love for Franz Wagner. He needs to step it up a little bit. LaMelo Ball, 45th. He needs to step it up a little bit. But he was dealing with major injuries back and forth, LaMelo Ball. So he gets a little bit of a pass. Domantas Sabonis is that dude. He could be having a better year, but, we'll see if he could pick it up. Tyler Herro, but he's injured. Scratch that. De'Aaron Fox is number 49. I love De'Aaron Fox. I wish he would be higher than 49 and just 19 points per game. But you got to remember, he's playing with Stephon Castle and Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. So they're trying to win a chip, and they're trying to do it cohesively. You don't worry about your individual stats when you're really going for that ring. You know what I'm saying? So, and big shout out to Nikola Vucevic, who is the last person in the top 50. All right, so that concludes your top 50 for the day. In the present, the people that I named to you right now are truly the top 50 players on the planet in the present. I'm going to flash a few more cards, and then we're going to call it a night. It's another Sam Darnold I copped. It had arrived earlier. This wasn't in the packages I just opened. These are previous packages, not from today. It's the same Sam Darnold. Another Drake Maye. Another Stephon Diggs. Big shout out to Stephon Diggs, man. That wasn't your fault. It's not like you could throw the ball to yourself. As long as you didn't drop one of those 3 passes, you did your job in the Super Bowl. Big shout out to Stephon Diggs. Yeah, Drake Maye, you were right. You should have targeted him more. All right. Speaking of Drake Maye, this is a nice Drake Maye rookie. I like this one. I wish I could give you guys a better view, but that's the Monopoly rookie card, I believe. No, that's the Panini Prism draft picks, actually. There goes another select Sam Darnold. Tom Brady touchdown masters. You know I got to get my man Tom Brady because he won 7 rings. And it's all about the rings. It's all about the rings. All right. Drake Maye. Emergent. Score Sam Darnold rookie. Where's that rookie stamp at? Oh, there it goes, right there. It's burgundy. You can't really see it. It's right there. It's right there, the rookie stamp. Can't see it, though. You can see it a little bit. See it good enough. Sam Darnold rookie. We're almost done, people. Sam Darnold rookie jersey card. As you can see, the patches right there. And then this is the big mama right there. You see that? This card was worth $600 at one point. But, you know, this is the Luka Doncic 2018 Prism rookie. This was $600 at one time. But when, you know, first of all, cards were hot at that time. Second, you know, there's a lot of the Prisms produced. So in all actuality, this is not like this is a rare card, but Prism is the gold standard as far as regular base rookies. And yeah, you know, I had to get one. All right, man. It's your boy Spank Dog. We kept it non-political today. We kept it off the music and we went with sports. Trying to tell you guys that it's a mixture of everything. You'll start to understand as the channel ages, you know. Much love to everybody. Real love. Salute. It's your boy Spank Dog. I'm out of here. One.